Yeah.
Got absolutely buckled last night.
Yeah.
Absolutely. See, here's my problem right now is like, I know I have, our trip down to Atlanta. So like, I'm like, it's like my layup line. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, like if somebody invites me out, I'll go out. You know what I mean?
I mean,
So it's
you gotta
like,
put yourself through some training.
yeah, like last night was just vodka. And I was like, buddy,
Not a great morning.
no, not a great afternoon.
Yeah. I mean, hey, this is the price to pay. Yeah. Just finish that entire thing.
Listen, man, I want to be great. I want to be one of the best at the end of the day. That's it. When I was out downtown, I was talking about us doing the Wade Boggs challenge at the Braves game, and people were like, "That's fucking awesome."
You have to do it. I don't see why we wouldn't.
I agree. Also, super excited to talk about this Derek Jeter documentary.
Yeah, I liked both episodes. When does the next two come out? Thursday?
Thursday, yeah, 3 and 4.
They're gonna release two. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wait till the next day and watch them on ESPN Plus.
Yeah. I watch them on Hulu. You know what I mean?
Because what time does it come out? Like 10 at night.
Listen, it's not a Sunday night. It's not The Last Dance. It's not Michael Jordan.
No.
But we'll get into it. But they're doing a good job with this, I'll say.
Yeah. I don't want to, yeah. Obviously Morgan's not here yet. I don't want to get too into it. But definitely that room he's in one of the parts looks like the same room Jordan is sitting in. In The Last Dance. Because they had him in front of that blue screen for a while.
Yeah.
But then there's a part where he's in like a chair in a room and it looked exactly like the same setup.
I mean, we'll get into it. I don't want to talk about it. So let's switch subjects. Brian messaged us about the All-Star logo, right?
Yeah.
Looks good.
It does, yeah, the Seattle one.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah.
That I want to try to go to an All-Star game.
It'd be cool.
But I don't know how much the prices are generally for those.
Gotta go as press, man. Press.
Yeah.
It's on the field. Get me asking
right in the dugout.
Get me asking Ronald Acuna what his favorite pre-game meal is. Okay.
We could just dress up and get kicked out of the All-Star game like fake Klay Thompson.
Good. Walk in.
You hear about that story?
Yeah, just full uniform. Yeah. Awesome.
I mean, the guy got to shoot around at an NBA Finals court.
I'm not doing this podcast today.
For no reason. Oh my God. Can't deal with this fucking hat.
Can't. That sucks.
You're not wearing that to the Braves game.
Oh.
I'm telling you right now, if you wear that hat in front of me, I will burn it.
All I can think of is Robert Downey Jr. and Due Date. Hand me that dog, I will rip it in half.
I will literally, I will get kicked out of the field for like having a lighter and lighting that hat on fucking fire. I don't care.
What's that? Remember that famous game where they all lit like the disco records on fire in the middle of the field?
Yes,
and I'm pretty sure it got out of control.
White Sox. Oh,
it usually does.
Morgan sent the email. I didn't notice. I was telling Nick I was absolutely fucking buckled last night. And I was telling Nick about this because like I'm starting to like practice for Atlanta. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, like I got a business trip this weekend coming up, going out, Midnight Society, going to see the doc, all that. I was like, I'm probably not going to be drinking that much. So if I get invited out this weekend, last night, I'll go. I got invited out and I was like, all right, I got to practice. I got to get ready for Atlanta. It's going to be a big weekend. I mean, also, people I was out with, I kind of brought this up. They said we have to go to Magic City. Like, dude, if you're in Atlanta, you have to go to Magic City. Like, you don't even have, like, they were like, because I was bringing up Morgan and everything. And Morgan's like not interested in that. They're like, just don't even like go for that. Just go for the food. Just go for the food.
I mean, I want some of the food.
I mean, Morgan, I know you like them lemon pepper wings, Lou Will lemon pepper. I know you. Look at you. There you go. You could find your wife there.
Yeah.
Right?
Dude, worst place to find a wife. She makes bank. So
it's true. She'd be the breadwinner.
That's true.
I don't give a shit about that.
I don't care either. Please make more money than me. I don't want to work.
I am a modern day feminist. I want someone to support me.
I want somebody to support my dreams. Okay. Look, it's not a bad idea. Hold on, I'm gonna go grab a beer.
And he's recording.
Yeah.
He's just gonna go grab a beer. It's a great plan. So, have you been watching any of the Hall of Fame?
No. Why would I watch that nonsense?
You don't want to see them induct Gil Hodges?
Nope. I don't want to see any of them.
What if Barry Bonds showed up to the Hall of Fame
I don't have to worry about it.
dressed as David Ortiz?
That Bud Light tastes like shit, by the way.
And just takes the plaque and runs.
He killed himself, mama.
Hey, the Angels are winning 5-0.
Oh, that'll change. What inning?
Second.
Yeah. They're gonna lose. They're gonna lose 7-5.
Hey, Boston's only given up 5 runs in the first inning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking awful.
You know, Nick, normally how we go out, like we'll have like a quote that we continuously say throughout the night. I was quoting the Dave Chappelle, Samuel L. Jackson beer skit the entire night. I was just walking to the bus. I'm like, I'm not yelling. This is just how I talk. Bitch.
Gotta be one of my favorite ones.
You'll be fucking fat bitches in no time.
Are we getting into this documentary?
Yeah, let's get into it. Murph, play us in. Welcome into the State of Sports podcast. It is a normal episode here. We are doing the Jeter episode 1, episode 2 recap. I got Stash Cuddy. I got the big dog wearing that fucking atrocious hat. God awful. Get that fuck off.
It's actually a very clean hat. Like this.
It's not.
Hat. It is.
Listen, I can go pull out the 2016 Cleveland Cavaliers finals hat. Way better. I mean,
take it off.
There's actually one thing that I'm going to start this show off about this Jeter documentary that I'm just going to, I heard it, I saw it, and I was like, I need to bring this up on the podcast. When Jeter said, we got 114 wins, but it didn't mean anything without a World Series ring, all I could think of was those
the Warriors
3-9 Golden State Warriors choking away that 3-1 lead in LeBron.
Yep.
And it always comes back full circle, baby.
Yeah, if the NBA wasn't rigged, that would mean something.
Dude, the Warriors literally came back this series before against Oklahoma City 3-1.
Yeah. Aisha. Remember
Yeah.
she put that tweet out?
Make any less rigged.
Remember she put that tweet out and said, it's rigged. I can't
It's
stay
rigged.
sound anymore. You weren't complaining when your husband was fucking up. I said, get out of here.
I bet she can cook, though. I'll give her credit.
I
Give
doubt it.
credit where credit is due. All right, so we're going to recap episode 1 and episode 2 of the Jeter documentary, which I've honestly found fascinating. I've been having a hard time watching TV shows lately, and this was like really captivating right off the rip.
Yeah, I
So-
think it's really good.
What do we want to talk about first with it?
We just,
Go episode 1 to then end at episode 2?
I mean, that's how it usually goes.
Well, we could bounce around, eat shit. Okay.
Okay, right off the bat, I think we'll lead it off. I think one of the cool things that a lot of people don't really know about Derek Jeter's career, if you're not like really into him, like say new viewers watch this documentary,
Yeah.
is it just shows how flat out fucking horrible he was when he first got to the minor leagues. It was terrible.
What was it, 56 errors?
Dude, when the guy
Yeah.
guy tells him 56 errors, he's like, man, he's like, that's terrible.
He's like, shit. I
Yeah.
got already. I really thought they did a good job like describing the life of his parents of like growing up in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Like how the fuck does one of the biggest superstars in our, sports history, just like how do they come from these random towns? It honestly blows my mind. Like Kalamazoo, Michigan, there's this young kid. By the way, and I don't want to be rude about this, Derek Jeter looks whiter as he's older. But when you go back and look at like his like young photos, teenage photos, high school photos, clearly black. Now I'd be like, he might be white, you know what I mean? But it's just
Yeah,
like
he looked a lot darker as a kid.
it's the hair, I think. But like, God, dude, he was so fucking cool. Like, that's my biggest takeaway from this entire documentary. I forgot how cool Derek Jeter was.
I just
Like-
like even when we were watching the Last Dance, this one's like similar. Just all the old styles from back then. Him wearing like when he's watching the draft and waiting to get drafted, he's just
With
sitting
the
there
Michigan shirt on? Are you
yeah.
kidding me? Are you kidding me? Bro, send me back to the 90s because that shit was just fucking fire.
It was a better time.
It was. But yeah, I honestly I didn't know Buck Showalter was his manager when he first got to the show.
Yeah, on the Yankees.
And what? Yeah. And then, dude, can we just talk about that Griffey call, by the way? I was like live texting you guys. I mean, what an absolute fucking bomb by the kid.
It's cool watching that documentary how they showed the Mariners in like an odd light. Like they almost made them out to be like this crazy force of bad guys in the league that the Yankees like had to overcome. It was weird how they portrayed the Mariners in that episode.
Yeah, the Mariners.
Although Ken Griffey,
I mean,
that home run.
and A-Rod.
And A-Rod, yeah.
Randy.
And Randy. No, I can't remember who was the dude. Who was the dude Derek Jeter was like, I want to be the best high school player in the country, and he beat somebody out. I can't remember who it was said in the
Fuck, who was it?
documentary.
He made it to those show too.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was.
Johnny. It was Damon.
Johnny
John
Damon.
Damon, yeah.
That's right.
That's hilarious, by the way.
Which did you guys pay attention to the basketball state player of the year? When
No,
they
I
showed
didn't.
the clip?
I didn't.
It was Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd.
And Jason Kidd was
No, it
Oh,
was
no high school players.
High school.
the
High school.
player of the year was Jason Kidd for basketball.
I mean, Jason Kidd was a monster.
Yeah,
He was
I mean,
good.
it was nice.
Nobody
Like,
can deny Jason Kidd was at one point a go-to guy.
dude had a mean 1-2 as well. Let's not forget.
Yikes.
Oh man, I just
Yeah.
like really quick. I'm going off subject here because I'm still like buckled from last night. We haven't talked about the Miles Bridges situation. Have you guys like listened to any of his raps?
Nope.
Not really.
So like, I'm on TikTok. I scroll through. It's either Warzone videos or like fucking like City Boy shit at this point. And like, I'll see like Miles Bridges stuff come up. Dude, his lyrics. He literally talks about like, yeah, I'm gonna choke the bitch and fucking punch her in the fucking face. And it's like, dude, you were an NBA player on the verge of making over 100 million. And one, your wife, nobody knew you had a wife. And two, you beat the shit out of her.
Yeah. Not uncommon for a professional athlete.
Just Jesus Christ, man. Like, holy shit. Not even like a bag fumble. Like, I hope she like everything gets squared away and she's safe and sound with her kids. But like, I don't know if you guys saw the video of like the little kid being like, yeah, daddy choked mommy. And it's like, that kid's like 5. Like,
You
Jesus.
gotta teach him young.
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't know.
All right. Back to Jeter. I thought it was interesting hearing about how his parents met in the army,
Yeah.
right? Or the service. I don't know if it was the army particularly. Over in Germany.
Yeah, they were in the service.
Yeah, it was interesting to hear like their story about like being like, oh yeah, we were in Europe and like people really didn't like think twice about like interracial couples. And then they come back to the States and it was like she can't have her photos up in the fucking office of her family.
Yeah, that's kind of a here thing.
Yeah. But it's like, even sorry. So if you grew up down south, like makes sense. But like Kalamazoo, Michigan, like why? You're above the fucking Mason-Dixon line. What are you doing?
Well, because people are scum and they will be wherever you are. You know, I saw a really cool like interview clip of Waka Flocka Flame, oddly
Mhm.
enough. Like not that he's like a go-to source for fucking anything, but
The go-to source.
he had a similar thing about him going to a different country. And he's like, nobody cares there. He's like, they see you as Americans and that's it.
That's yeah.
Everybody who goes overseas is just American.
Yeah.
It's like here we separate everything. It's just weird. But yeah, them being in Kalamazoo, it seemed like they had not so great of a time the whole time.
No. It
But,
was cool hearing about like his high school shit too. Like I didn't know he was the #1 player in the country. Like,
It's pretty good.
you know, and just like the whole draft thing of him falling to 6 to the Yankees is like mind-boggling. He was like, I was told I was going 1st or 5th. And
First
it's
or
like-
fifth. Yeah.
And it's like, all right, you know, did he go first? And then like Don't go fifth. That's like the Cincinnati Reds didn't take me, and the Cincinnati Reds scouting director fucking resigned because he was like, he's the next Barry Larkin. Like, what the fuck are you doing? It's like, so
Also, that
ahead.
recording of Jeter being picked by the Yankees, it sounds like such an iconic piece of recording.
It does.
Like you listen to it and you're like, man, that's like a piece of history, that recording. It
Yeah.
just sounds so cool to hear it.
100%.
It's all like staticky and like the Yankees pick Jeter. And you're like, damn, it sounds like the moon
Shortstop.
landing. It's like just, I don't know, it's just a
Kalamazoo.
badass recording.
Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Also, can we just talk about how someone growing up being like, I want to be shortstop for the Yankees, and that's exactly what he did.
Dude, manifested it.
That's
With,
crazy. Like
I
spoken
mean-
into existence.
Spoken into existence, just an absolute like. I like got teary eyed multiple times, just like hearing the story about. He was like, "I want to be a shortstop for the Yankees." Came for the shortstop for the Yankees. Like wins a fucking World Series the first year he fucking plays, and like has that home run, which was fan interference, but like whatever. Like that's
Yeah,
the
I
game.
mean, the Orioles got robbed, but whatever.
I mean, I agree with what he said.
I
Tony
did.
should have jumped.
Tony should have jumped. I texted the group that I was like, Tony should have jumped. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I'm bouncing around from episode to episode. So what else in the first episode you guys want to cover? Because there was a lot.
The first episode, I think we kind of covered it. It was kind of just him being horrible,
Yeah.
not really catching his footing as the player that he wanted to be.
Another thing to take away is I think George Steinbrenner gets too much credit.
I agree.
I think I don't know if there's something there with Jeter where he just doesn't like him, and they're trying to portray as Stick Michael making all the big moves that got the Yankees where they got to.
Yeah.
But you never hear about him. It's always George paid the bills. George did this. George did that.
Yeah. Can
He's
we
the owner.
also really quick? Can we talk about Don Mattingly's mustache? Fucking incredible, dude.
I don't know him standing next to Reggie.
Dude, that was like awesome. It was cool to hear about like Don Mattingly, like towards like the end of his career, got to make the playoffs for the first time in his career.
Which he played 15 years with the Yankees and made the playoffs once.
Like think about that in the
Yeah,
scheme of
the
things. Like
Yankees.
what?
Which is also nuts when you watch that. Like when we were younger, it kind of just was like the Yankees just were good.
Correct. Yeah.
But that stretch of time, they just weren't.
They weren't. Yeah.
Like they weren't good.
It was.
And the pendulum kind of started swinging back the other way when Derek Jeter showed up.
Yeah. I mean, he was the cornerstone for that franchise. Him and Mo.
They had the pieces.
Yeah.
Really cool to see a lot of these old Yankee players coming out in the interview, like Bernie Williams and stuff like that. It's just so cool.
I mean, I'm about to the episode 2. Nick brought it up. We got to talk about Daryl Strawberry. Yeah, I mean, that man was with the shits. Like,
Dude,
snuck around, sucker punched the dude in the side of the head. Like, fucking
It's on site with Daryl Strawberry at all times.
on site.
yeah.
He goes, if Joe Torre didn't get me out of that dugout, I'd still be in there today. Fight. And I was like, bet.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we'll just jump right into episode 2. Joe Torre,
I
pretty
mean,
solid pickup.
decent. I mean, Buck Showalter, I feel like you said, like you could clearly see in the interview, like Showalter didn't want to leave, but like definitely a stubborn guy being like, if you're gonna fire my coach, I
He
can't
was
hold
Mark
credibility.
Jackson before Mark Jackson.
He was Mark Jackson before Mark Jackson. Yeah. Fuck the Warriors.
Yeah, I mean, come episode 2, when they really start getting into the thick of it, with the Yankees starting to roll through some people,
Yeah.
Derek Jeter is just like the king of New York.
The king. So before he starts rolling through people, I want to talk about this. And how much of an impact do you think being on the field, watching them lose to the Seattle Mariners had for his career? Like going forward, because obviously, he has all the accolades, multiple five-time world champion. But like, how much do you think losing, not being a part of it, not playing, actually had an impact on his career going forward? Do you think it was like I'm going to be on the field next time and I'm going to be the difference maker? Or like, just like it was a good experience for him to watch that, like in person?
Well, he says it in the thing. He's like, he has the same emotions as everyone in the crowd because he's just watching.
Yeah.
But I think you can kind of see when he does finally get chosen to play. It's just he comes out of the gate full send.
Full send. I mean,
Joe Torre even says it in the post game interview after his like first game or so.
first game, he has
That
like,
defensively he was great, and just the home run was the cherry on top. Like,
Yeah.
he just came out. He's arrived basically. Like,
also, can we talk about how Derek Jeter has had the same swing since he's been like 15 years old? The two-handed follow through, bat throw right out. I mean,
repetition is key.
It is. It is. It is.
Yeah, they get into a lot of good stuff in episode 2. One of the big things, the stuff between him and A-Rod.
Yeah, interesting.
Now they haven't gotten to them being teammates yet, but they did get to like this kind of like fun back and forth between the two of them. And
Yeah.
after seeing previous stuff with Alex Rodriguez, seeing how much of a fucking child that dude is, and just his mannerisms and behavior, A-Rod was not having any of the shit with Jeter.
No,
He's like, I'm better.
I'm better. Yeah, and A-Rod wasn't wrong. I'm better.
No, the dude, I forget the journalist, his name in the documentary. Probably should have wrote it down, but he's like, yeah, he's not wrong.
Yeah,
He is better. But in all the media, they show Jeter. His big thing was he was always above him,
Mhm.
making him look like the lower player.
Like in the photos, yeah, with him like leaning on A-Rod and shit.
Which
like that, yeah.
I think didn't really mean anything. Like that's
But
just
it's
how the
that
pictures
person.
were.
I don't know.
But A-Rod is a fucking not class A narcissist, and he wasn't having it.
But all professional athletes, to a degree, are narcissists.
First
Sure.
off, LeBron James is the kindest human being on the planet. Okay.
No, for sure. All athletes are divas and they're narcissists and all about themselves.
Right.
But some of them are cut from a different cloth.
Yeah.
When you get your people like Meta World
mean,
Peace, shit like that.
I will say, at the end of the day, I don't like the fucker, but like I respect him. Tom Brady's cut from a different cloth. Took pay cuts, gave money back to the team so you could afford having a better team around him. Like that is like not like Aaron Rodgers, who's like, I want to be the highest paid quarterback annually. I deserve it. Why I haven't won a Super Bowl since fucking 2010, dude?
Yeah, you gotta make sacrifices.
You
Can't all go through you.
either get the bag or you get good teammates. You pick.
Get the bag or you get the bag. So but yeah, the stuff between him and A-Rod was interesting. And then having Nomar on there was fucking awesome.
Awesome. I was like smiling watching like the No More highlights, him hitting it over the monster. I was like, oh man, what a better time, dude.
I mean, Jeter was the third best shortstop on that episode.
Arguably.
He was. It's not
At the
arguable.
time.
He
It's
was.
not arguable.
Well, overall now it's,
Well, of course,
fucking
yeah.
go back and forth who you want. But at the time, yeah, no, he was third best.
So Nick brought up this quote from Jeter, and this bodes a great question, especially for baseball in particular. Is winning the only thing that matters
I mean, if
for baseball? Like
that's the job, right? Your
Morgan?
job is to go somewhere and win games.
your thought.
For baseball, it's different. I don't think you can only control the game so much as a baseball player. Like, I mean, look at Barry Bonds. He's the greatest player ever play, and he's never won a World Series. No fault of his own. He did everything he could.
But in that same instance, if you were to have two players with those same accolades, but one of them had a world championship,
I will take
better?
Bonds here.
who's better? No, I said if you had two players with the same accolades, but one of them has a world championship, who's better?
But like
Probably the one with
here's
the championship.
correct. But like here's the thing though, is like the people Jeter's compared to, they don't have the same stats. Like
No, he's
Well,
always
that-
below them.
correct. So
The
it's
guy
like
is what, 6th on the all-time hit list. So not a fucking slouch by any stretch of the imagination.
I'm not saying Derek Jeter's a slouch. Hey, relax. It's okay, Nick. I'm just being a little.
I'll say it. I mean, he's in a
No.
protected lineup all the time.
He's what?
You got to pitch to somebody. He was in a protected lineup the whole time, his whole career.
Still gotta hit it though.
You still got to hit it, but it's significantly easier when you got all the power hitters behind you and you get the better pitches.
I still think it's tough to throw away 3,000 plus hits to anybody.
Agreed. That's a
It's a
test.
tough argument.
To test of longevity. But like
I mean,
at the end of
yeah,
the day,
too. Plus the fact that, I mean, we're definitely this is not what the episode's about. It's not about saying if Jeter's one of the best of all time or anything. That's not what it's about. But it's tough to argue with 3,000 plus hits and an entire extra season of his career in the postseason alone, which is just a testament to his longevity and consistency. Like
100%.
So it's a longevity stat, not a skill stat.
And so is Cal Ripken Jr.'s
I
game
mean,
streak is a longevity stat. Doesn't really mean anything.
I was more
LeBron
comparing.
James.
Eat shit.
Oh my
First
God.
off, LeBron James has less field goals and already has more points than Michael Jordan. So I don't want to hear fucking shit. All right. You make it to the finals 10 straight years. That's not longevity. That's fucking pure dominance.
No soft East.
Because everybody ran west. Now he goes out west, and it's like Kevin Durant's like, I'll go play for the Nets. Sounds great. And like, here's the thing too, Morgan. The fact that Draymond Green has literally come out and been like, if we don't get Kevin Durant, we're never beating LeBron James again.
I mean, they're business partners now. He's gonna say shit like that.
Dude, that's the respect, though. It's just like, if we didn't get KD, that dude was just the baddest man on the planet. But they didn't get Kevin Durant, and, you know, history is what it is.
So, back to Derek Jeter.
Peter.
I can't stand talking about Kevin Durant. All the shit in episode 2 about him being told to just like, hey, watch out for these trifling women in New York City.
So fucking funny. The fact that he was almost there with Puff and like J-Lo when that shooting went down, crazy too.
You want to know what's crazy? When I was watching that, I was like, damn, dude, you know what's a real crazy way to gauge your age? Is I remember when fucking Jennifer Lopez and Puffy were together. That's
True.
how you can gauge your age. I completely forgot they were ever a thing.
Yeah.
And then that happened, and I was like, fuck, dude. I
They were.
totally remember that they were a thing together. Yeah, dude, he was there with everybody.
Bro, the fact that Jeter was like, if people had phones that they do now, my career wouldn't have lasted 3 minutes. I was like,
Yeah, he said his career would be over in like 30 days.
yeah, 30 days. And I was like, absolute fucking king.
Yeah, I mean, to be able to do the amount of what he said he was doing on a nightly basis and going out there and still being like a super consistent, good leader for the team.
Just the man. Like that dude was 21 years old, a World Series champion, and the absolute pride of New York City. Could go into any fucking club, bar he wanted, and he was the toast of the town. What a fucking life, dude.
I mean, they said it multiple times. He was like, for lack of a better term, the hottest dude on the hottest team in the hottest city in the world. Like, there was a brief moment in time where Derek Jeter was on top of it.
And he was just so cool. Like,
dude, when he came up to give that speech at the World Series with those thin Wesley Snipes blade sunglasses,
with the big trench coat, like,
and the chain. Oh man,
dude, the drip's immaculate.
I was just watching that, dude. Like, oh man, dude, Derek Jeter was so stylish.
So stylish, man, ahead of his time.
Also, I just need to throw this out there. I believe it was in episode 2. The fact that they just grabbed some random chick from the fucking Bronx to be like, yeah, I wanted to date Jeter when I was in high school. She had nothing to do with anything. She's
I wanted to fuck him. Like,
just some chick from the boogie down Bronx.
Also,
it's like, yeah, I wanted to fuck Jeter. What of it? Like,
pro tip on this, watch this on Hulu or ESPN Plus so you hear the swear words. Makes it better.
100%. Yeah, because watching it, the live broadcast is still good, but you got to hear what they're saying.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not like The Last Dance. Like,
no.
All right, so I think any sports documentary from now on that comes out, you have to compare it to The Last Dance. On a scale of 1 to 10, where would you have this Jeter documentary? 2 episodes in. Obviously, we still have a whole, it's 8 episodes, right?
It's going to be 7.
7?
I think.
Yeah.
Should have been 5.
There's 1, 2, 3, and 4 going to get released. 5 and 6, then I assume 7 is going to be a finale.
Okay. All right, so 7 episodes. So we're 2 in. A scale of 1 to 10, what do you guys rate it?
And you said compared to The Last Dance?
No, not compared. Just like rate it separately.
Episodes 1 and 2 together. Yeah. I would put it so far at like an 8.
I would say around there, like a 7, 7.5.
I have it at a 9. I think they're doing a great job. Like, it's one of those documentaries that's very captivating to me. It puts you like in the moment, brings you back to like the moment. Like, they talk about like that home run in New York where like the fucking fan reached over the wall. And it's just like, even the Griffey home run, it like encapsulated. It was like, I'm at the ballpark watching Ken Griffey Jr. hit this home run. You know what I mean?
I think
I
I'd
think
have
they're
it.
doing a great job with that.
I think I'd have it a tad higher. Granted, like he's my favorite athlete of all time, so like I want to like it a lot. I'd have it a little higher if the first episode ended on a stronger note than it did. I think the second episode ended at a really good place where I was like, fuck, I can't wait to see what's next. Whereas the first episode, I was like, all right, this might be good. Like, you know what I mean?
I think that's what The Last Dance nailed, is every episode that ended wanted you having more.
Yeah.
Like it was
the
like,
first episode
I want to watch more.
The first episode didn't quite end on as much of an anticipatory note as the second. Like the second one, I can't wait for 3 now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And one thing I'll give to, if we're comparing it, this one doesn't have as great of a score as The Last Dance did. I thought all the music in The Last Dance was like perfect.
I think I'm going to watch The Last Dance after we wrap up this podcast today.
Now, we said this before we started, before Morgan got on here. There's definitely a point in the documentary where they switched locations, and it looks like Jeter is sitting in like almost the same room that Jordan was sitting in for The Last Dance.
It's awesome.
It's like very similar to that room.
Cigar in mouth.
And the setup that they have around it. But yeah, I thought both episodes were really good.
Yeah. I'm enjoying.
Just when they went on that steamroll where they're like, "Yep, we're here now, and we're gonna fuck everybody up."
114 wins. Doesn't mean anything without a ring. Take a lesson, Golden State.
Yeah. After that fight, Jeter has the really good quote where he was like, in a strange way, that fight kind of brought that whole team together, and they were like, "Now we're the Yankees."
Yeah. And they were the fucking Yankees because they fucking annihilated teams.
I think it
was
was
Braves World Series where they went in as the underdogs. And it's just like, it was like, all right, the Braves had fucking Glavine, Maddox, Smoltz, Chipper Jones, Andrew Jones at 19, by the way, hitting a fucking piss missile. I was like, damn, dude, he crushed that ball he's 19, just in the league, like in the show. I'm here, 19, which is honestly, I do want to do a show on Andrew Jones eventually because I feel like he doesn't get the shine he deserves. But going back to it, and then just Jeter just being like, that's when the switch flipped. We knew we got him. It was done. Yep. And it was like, it's like, damn, dude, like fucking cold-blooded assassins.
And then in the other playoff series, when they were talking about El Duque finally coming in, seeing El Duque stuff, dude.
Bro.
Amazing. He's another player who we have to touch on eventually.
The text, El Duque!
The whole story, cool tidbit of before the game, where El Duque was like helping this hotel staff wait tables and stuff, like, and clean dishes and shit. And Joe Torre is just like, he's not gonna be nervous.
Yeah,
like,
he's fine.
He's gonna be good.
And he went out there and didn't want to pitch to Manny.
Yeah, he just wanted to pitch to Jim Thome.
I wanted to pitch to Jim Thome, the dude that has like over 600 home runs, right? Like he goes, I want to pitch to Thome. And it's like, I mean, hey man, game recognized game. I don't want to pitch to Manny either, you know? But like the fact that he's like, I want Thome, and fucking had him fly out, go into the dugout all hyped up. God, man, it made me want to play baseball again. It was like, this is awesome. Also,
they showed a really cool part in episode 2 of how Rivera kind of lost his first big save.
Yeah.
And fucked him in it. And kind of like what you were saying about him not being able to play against the Mariners, but Rivera lost that. And he says like it kind of made him be who he is now, like never again type of mentality.
Until Ortiz, let's remind the folks.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's pretty safe to say that a Mariano Rivera documentary should be in the cards somewhere.
I think so too. Like he was incredible, dude.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. Isn't there that stat that more people have walked on the moon than have gotten a hit off of Mariano Rivera in the postseason?
And you want to know what? You can say that stat, but you want to know what? David Ortiz still took his bitch ass yard. Boom.
Yeah. David Ortiz hit that ball to whoever was walking on the moon at the time.
That's it, baby. Yeah. Also, can we talk about how good the announcers used to be back in the 90s?
Oh yeah.
Really just Joe Buck. But.
In defense of the present announcers, they actually had cool shit to talk about.
Fair. I'm going real quick sidetrack. Morgan, I know you will know this. Sunday Night Baseball, back when Bonds was in his heyday, it was Joe Morgan. Who was the old white dude with him?
Oh,
I literally saw a video on it, and it was like Sunday Night Baseball will never have a better booth. And I was like, I forgot how good those two were together.
I can't remember his name now.
Like him and Joe Morgan, incredible.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up.
Baseball announcing was just better. 90s baseball was so
Oral
cool.
Hershiser or some shit. It was some.
It wasn't Hershiser. I can tell you that. John Miller.
Just a good booth.
I mean, incredible booth. Sorry, Joe Morgan passed. Then RIP.
Did we are we missing anything big in that episode?
Let me go back and read through the live text.
I mean, we touched on Daryl Strawberry just absolutely knocking him the fuck out into the dugout.
They put David Cohn in it a lot.
They did.
They did, yeah. David Cohn. The Cone heads showed up.
Me, P.S. Fuck Cal Ripken. Fucking cuck.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
That's fucked up.
All right. I got to read these out because it's so good. Put it on the scoreboard. The kid is coming again. Griffey. Awesome. That Griffey home run in the Jeter documentary. Incredible. P.S. Fuck Cal Ripken. Fucking cuck. Also, Jeter. Very cool. Hey, Tony. Should have jumped.
Should have jumped. I don't know.
Andrew Jones said bye to that ball at 19. Are you kidding me? Also, Bernie Williams. Very cool. Bernie Williams was very cool.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, I mean, Joe Buck is just the best. I don't get what you're fucking on, man. I think Joe Buck does a phenomenal job.
I don't care what you think.
I mean, he's been calling games for about 30-something years. So
Yeah, and I think
He's
there's been
obviously
people
good
running
at something.
seats in this government that have been doing it for like 60 and they suck at it. So time does not always equal better. Fuck Joe Buck.
Fuck you,
I'm
man.
gonna make shirts that say that. And we're gonna sell them on our site when we start making merchandise.
Yeah,
Fuck the Buck.
we'll be having some merch dropping here soon. Make some shirts.
Some Joe Suck shirts.
I got some merch to gift to both of you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Think I don't have to pay for it. That's all I'm saying.
Jesus Christ. Nick's like, give me money.
It's for a good cause.
Yo,
Yeah. All in all, really good first two episodes.
very good. Very, very good. I'm excited for it. I've actually been in on a documentary for the first time in a while, which I'm enjoying.
I need a Barry Bonds documentary.
I need a Barry Bonds
That shit
documentary.
would be awesome.
Do you think they'll ever make one?
If he gets control of it, yes.
He'd have to have control, like full control.
Like Jordan control.
Which I mean, like
Where he can basically say, fuck Bud Selig.
when Barry goes like this, and he's like, I didn't want to do this.
Yeah, I did
this because this is who I am.
But like, how awesome would that be? It would be so good.
Just him just absolutely tearing the MLB apart.
Oh, he would.
Yeah,
Tearing the MLB apart and just listening to him be like, those fucking pussies intentionally walking with the bases loaded in the World Series. And you want to know what? That was the right move. Because I was going to take that dude 450 to right center.
Speaking of Barry Bonds, I saw that really cool clip that came back, resurfaced the other day when they walked him in the home run derby, was it? Or the All-Star game?
Yeah, the intentional walk. It was the home run derby. Intentionally walking first pitch.
That's pretty funny.
He was laughing. He thought it was funny.
That's pretty funny.
I mean,
Yeah, I would.
Breaking news: Aaron's Judge just went yard again.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
35.
6.
Dude, it's 3 games after the All-Star break, and this dude's almost at 40 home runs.
What? Holy shit.
Did he hit 2 yesterday?
Yeah.
I'm
No, that was Friday.
I'm super excited for him to be in a Red Sox uniform.
That's not gonna happen.
He's a Red Sox fan growing up.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
It could happen. Come on, we're not more franchise.
They
I
have
gotta
to
tell
pay
you-
him.
I gotta tell you guys this because it happened right before we came on here, and I just thought it was fucking hilarious. So, our friend Nick Arno over at Rounding Third Podcast had a post about the Red Sox being absolute garbage now, which I did say last episode. I have them on a total collapse this half of the season,
You did
and they have proved me right with flying colors.
again and again.
Yeah. Anyway, so
that's-
I commented on it saying they need to blow up the whole team. Facebook took my comment down because it said it went against their community guidelines. Because I told them that we needed to blow up a team.
Nick's out here being the Death Star, blowing up Alderaan.
He said, "Do you agree or disagree with our decision?" And I said, "Disagree."
And I said,
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
that is a great segue into the Red Sox losing a baseball game 28-5.
Yeah.
And
And then
football
Alex,
was on in fucking July.
yeah. And then Alex Cora had has the balls to say in the post game interview, "Yeah, we didn't play well tonight." Bro, you didn't play at all.
Did you see dude on the Blue Jays in the 5th inning making a fruit cup?
Yeah.
Dude was like,
made out.
dude is like, this is done. And I'm
Also, on top of that, when I
fucking
first
fruit
saw that
cup.
picture, I was like, "Is this dude in any position to be doing that?" I get his team's up. He went 6 for 7 that night.
Lordy's Gordio.
Yeah, 6 for 7, easy day at the office.
I'd say he earned a fruit cup.
I'd say so.
He shouldn't have even had to make it.
But
Being
yes,
honest,
the
like-
manager should have made it for him.
Yeah, somebody should have made that man a fruit
Then they
cup.
lost yesterday and they gave up 5 in the first today.
Yeah, they're god awful right now.
Oh, you guys.
Also, if it were up to me, Durant would be on the Sea Dogs today. I wouldn't even send him to the.
Like I
Woodstock.
said, I would send the
The
whole
Sea
fucking
Dogs.
team down.
come
Sea
on,
Dogs.
come on.
Okay,
It's
okay,
28
for a ball to
5.
drop in, and you did not know where it is one thing. Then the other thing would be, if you were to see that ball or not see that ball and think, "Oh, it was gone," but he saw it fall, and then just turned around and didn't do anything. No hustle, and he was like, "Oh, I didn't want to collide with Verdugo." Are you telling me that from the distance you were at, you might have came in too hot? Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. You can see the ball's already on the ground. So what are you talking about?
I didn't want to collide with Verdugo, Nick. Okay.
Dude had negative hustle, as I said before.
You did.
He'd be in the fucking Sea Dogs today. No fucking chance. You let it inside the park home run with 0 haste. Get out of here.
Look at Morgan.
It's because he could smell Durant's bullshit from there. That was terrible. And inside the park grand slam is something that should never happen,
Not great, Bob.
ever.
Not great. Yeah, I mean, you guys were right about you guys were right about the Red Sox. I'm an idiot. I was wrong.
Yeah.
The whole happy double. You're better looking than me.
You know, this is 2 years in a row that you let your heart decide your predictions.
Yeah, come on, I didn't even put the Cubs. Although I'm getting back into the Cubs. We're about to be 3-0 since the break.
Wow. So what does that put them at? 489 now?
I don't know, like 420.
We are moving on to the Yankees. They lose Michael King for the year. Big loss.
Morgan, they're at 394.
Listen,
Okay, yeah, the Yankees. They're good. Pretty good.
Michael King's a big loss. Astros is still the team beating the AL though. So
Yeah. And then another one we have here. Judge adds 3 more
Yeah,
bombs.
that was
We had
great.
breaking news out of the break. What, like, dude? Does he break 60?
I
Yes.
think he's hitting 60.
I think me and Morgan in the chat a little while ago, I've got it sitting between 57 and 63. Did I say?
Yeah.
That's where about I'd gauge it right now.
Well, like, all right. So if I had to set the hard line at 60, let's go 59.5. Hard line over under. Are you taking the over?
No.
I would take the over. I think he's getting 60, 61.
Nick, let this be a life lesson to you. Life's too short to take the under. I'm taking the over.
I think he's gonna get 60, but you also have to imagine he's gonna slow down come the end of the season.
Maybe. Do you?
I
Like,
don't know. People usually do. So I don't know. I'd say, yeah, I'd put it where I put it in between 57 and 63. But if I had to make a bet on it, I would say under 60. And I was 1 away last year from Shohei Ohtani's
you were.
run count. So
And that, Nick, is what you like to call a segue. I fucking Dwayne Wade alley-ooped you off the backboard right there. What would you guys give up for Shohei Ohtani or Trout from the Angels as a team?
well, I don't know why you'd trade them away.
Well, like if you were trying
Well,
to trade for him,
so
how much
here's
would
the
you give up?
thing: is Otani can opt out next year, and he may say by the end of this season, be like, "No, I want to win," because he's made it clear he wants to win.
Yeah, of course.
Trout. So I think if Otani says, "Nope, get me out of here," I think Trout is right behind him. Or I don't even think he opts out. I think Otani's a free agent after next year.
Yeah.
So it's feasible that they could trade both of them.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if they want to just rebuild, but
I mean, you got probably 2 of the top 3 players in baseball on your team.
do you
Pretty
not just
quickly,
get rid
though.
of one of them and build around the other?
Nah, I would get rid of both of them.
You get rid of both.
Well, Trout's 30.
If you were a team shopping for Otani, would you want to take him more for his pitching or his hitting?
Hitting.
Yeah, I agree.
Who do you think could use that? Where do you think Shohei Otani fits well?
Where he would fit well.
I think he'd look great in pinstripes.
Tampa. I was gonna say Tampa. Because they already have the pitching.
Yeah, they've got really good.
If they get a dominant hitter in there to go along with Wander and
Franco, yeah.
Rosarena, that wouldn't be bad. Or a team like the Brewers.
I mean, Shohei Otani on the Brew Crew? Are you kidding me? That would be amazing.
That could be all in.
I would be all in. I'd buy a Shohei Otani jersey tomorrow, if that were the case.
All right, so
In a City Connect.
here's the reference. What would you give up for Trout? Like how many prospects, like top, top 100 prospects would you give up to get Mike Trout?
I mean, you'd have to give up at least 4.
Well, I know, like, would you give up 4 for Mike Trout?
Yes. In a heartbeat. If I'm on a winning team that's contending, yes.
You want to know where I think Trout would fit in well? The Mets.
Trout would fit in anywhere that's winning.
East Coast kid from fucking Jersey. I mean, kind of made for it, you know?
You know where it'd fit really well? Fucking Houston.
Jesus, that's the last thing.
He would, though.
He would.
That team would be so goddamn good.
Yeah, on top of how good they already are.
Yeah.
I mean, Houston Astros with Mike Trout.
You can put a bow on it.
It's the Dodgers and the Astros in the World Series.
I mean, ridiculous.
I already think that's the World Series anyway. So
We sent Shohei Otani to the Dodgers just to stack them up even more.
Great.
I'm pretty sure the LA Rams are in on Otani too.
I think so too. All right. So we got the Washington Nationals asking for 4 to 5 prospects / low service time players for Juan Soto. Again, Juan Soto is controlled for 3 playoff runs before you actually have to pay him.
And he's 23.
I would give that up in a heartbeat.
Oh, for sure.
Like easy money. Not even a question.
I'm taking I'll take Soto.
I guess.
Yeah.
If the Yankees don't pay Judge and don't trade for Soto, like stop acting like the Red Sox.
I'm taking Soto. Dude's one of the most unique players we've seen in a long time.
Long time.
I think you're dumb if you don't fucking take him.
I agree. I wonder where he ends up.
I don't know.
I know people have been saying the Mets, but like in division trading him is like, do you really want him to come back to your ballpark for the next fucking 15 years and just be hitting?
I've been telling you, Texas is going to go get him. They've got the farm. They've got a couple kids in the farm system. Easily, they could get
he would look good in a Ranger uniform.
You look good anywhere.
Not wrong. Not wrong. All right, Morgan, your time to shine. We're gonna do MMA. Give it to me.
I mean, I think Nick watched both of these two fight yesterday because it was they were the reasons why a lot of people tuned in. One, the fights being in London, always electric because those fans go hard, they go crazy, they're just full into it. And then you get people that actually are from England, like Paddy the Batty and Meatball Molly McCann, both from Liverpool. Oh my god,
dude! And the fact that which one of them was one of them facing the American, I think
it was-
Patty
it
faced
was
the dude
Patty
from Vegas.
Who? Yeah, and he
Dude.
just.
The crowd boos.
Oh my
people
God! They're
from America.
it was great. Well, they booed
man.
him because they were going against Patty, and they love
Yeah,
Patty
yeah.
over there. But like Patty's, like he talks a lot of shit, and he's hilarious. But he's really fucking good.
I'd said to you yesterday in the chat, he gives me like a very heavy, like Conor McGregor energy of his like demeanor and the way he talks and talks shit, stuff like that. But he's like actually fucking good.
Yeah, he's so well. Like he got him in a body triangle and had his arm trapped. Guy couldn't do anything.
There was like
he went night night.
Maybe one point in that fight where I thought he didn't have an advantage. The rest of the fight, I thought he controlled the thing the entire fucking time.
And what's crazy is he's a better stand-up fighter than he is on the ground. He just knows how to fight on the ground.
Yeah, and I heard
Conor
that
doesn't have.
the other dude's team had told him like, do not let him stand up against you either.
Oh no, he
Like,
would have gotten killed standing up with Patty. Like he will knock your ass out.
you know what's funny too is when the fight was over, the other dude just like kind of took his hand and was like, yeah, he fucking destroyed me. Like that was it.
I mean, him getting the rear naked choke and then getting up and teabagging the dude like he said.
Oh
he
my
would,
God.
Like, his Modern Warfare 2. It was so fucking hilarious.
Jumping the fence to go over to El Prez and riding on somebody's back around the crowd.
So that wasn't even Prez. That was Molly.
No. He did it later too. He got on somebody else's back and rode around.
He was on Meatball Molly.
Was he on Molly? Because I saw Prez wearing a wig.
Yeah, he did put on the wig after, but yeah, no, he was running around on Molly's shoulder.
Like
That's crazy.
Dave Portnoy, El Prez.
Yeah, so
Awesome.
like there's a big thing where Patty's got like a bowl cut, and it's the most ridiculous thing ever. But
he has the worst haircut.
Everybody in the crowd's wearing the wig of a bowl cut. It's so great,
Dude.
And then they zoom into Dave, and Dave's got the bowl cut wig on.
It looked
That's
like
awesome.
the joke pictures from Blades of Glory when Jimmy McElroy's hairstyle took over the country. You know what I'm talking about? They have that montage.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Holy shit, that's
His
awesome.
patented Jimmy curl.
Yo, that's
That's
awesome.
what it reminded me of. Yeah, that fight was awesome.
Yeah, Patty, I mean, even at the weigh-in, he gets off the scales like, for all you motherfuckers who didn't think I was going to make weight, he pulls
Kiss
down
my
his
ass.
ass. Like,
Yeah.
That
Had a
shit's
very,
awesome.
Had a very nice, touching little thing about his friend who recently committed suicide.
Yep.
Like
that was-
days ago.
Yeah. So that's sad, but cool to see him use his little platform.
And then Molly's just an animal. Her spinning back elbow into the combo where she just KOs the girl, jumps over the fence, starts jumping on Dave, and like,
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Both those fights are great. A couple of the fights before them too were also really good.
Yeah, it was a good card for being not a main pay-per-view.
The dude Boston Strong, his fight was pretty good. Pretty good fight. One of the other fights, I forget the fighter's name, just went to town with his elbows.
Oh, Krylov
Had the dude bleeding from the fucking ears.
Yeah,
Dude,
that was
30 seconds into the first
Gustafsson.
round.
Yeah. Gustafson's old. He needs to retire.
Yeah, but really good fights. That Patty one was like
I'm telling
that.
you,
That could have been a
Patty-
pay-per-view fight. And I would've
Patty
fucking
and Molly
happy
are going to
with me.
take this sport over. They're both just entertaining and fun as fuck.
That is the big key.
What weight class is he fighting?
155.
Yeah, I think so. 155.
Before we get out of here, Brian, Morgan's brother, has been asking us to talk about the alternate helmets for the NFL. So that white Cincinnati Bengals helmet is fucking fire.
I didn't see that one. I saw the Eagles one that was all black.
I want you to Google it right now on your phone because I want to see the facial reaction.
The
Eagles one all black is fire.
I sent you the
Yeah.
Jags one. Is pretty. The Panthers is pretty cool.
Panthers with the matte black, it looks good.
I think the throwback new style Cowboys when they came out with is badass too.
I think it looks great.
That all like that cream white with the
cream
blue
white,
star is
yeah.
nice.
Also, dude, the Falcons, the red helmet with the old logo. Are you kidding me? Like,
Yeah, we talked about this amongst ourselves a day or so ago. What the fuck
Ooh.
is with Nike? They can do
There you go,
all
Morgan.
this shit for the NFL, but the City Connect jerseys are just awful.
Different design team. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking
And
clearly.
you know who's just doing the same thing over and over? The Green Bay Packers. Or running back last year with the alternates. So.
Time tested, Cheesehead approved.
Time tested, Cheesehead approved. Can't wait to choke in the first round of the playoffs. Green Bay
Everything's the
Packers.
same.
Morgan, if you could choose a cool Packers helmet, what would it be? Design your own.
I don't care anymore.
I don't care anymore.
As we're going into this season, what are your expectations for the Green Bay Packers? Let's let all the fans know now. We're in
Not
July.
high.
I don't know. They'll probably win 12 games again and lose in the first or second round of the playoffs.
Are you going to be emotionally invested this time?
Nope.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Because I feel like they're going to get to like 9 wins and you're going to be like, this is the fucking year, baby. We are back, baby.
No.
It's just over. The spark is gone.
You lost the twinkle in your eye for the Green Bay Packers.
Till they're in the Super Bowl, I ain't even getting hyped.
What would you do if they went to the Super Bowl and lost?
I think Patty would be making another speech. Hey guys, we're allowed to joke about it because we're a part of Men's Health. All right, so I'm allowed to say that joke.
I don't know if that's the part of myself, but
Holy shit.
100% is part of Men's Health. Men have the highest suicide rate.
Bro, the fact, just delivery, just impeccable timing.
I gotta remind everybody. I feel like constantly. I'm doing this for free. If there's money behind it, could you imagine?
I pulled that line out last night. I was like saying something, and it was like funny, and everybody was laughing. I was like, I do this shit for free, man. So stealing your lines, man. You know.
Yep.
another story. I don't know if Matt, you saw this, but John Michie, you see this?
No.
So he got diagnosed with leukemia. He's probably out this year.
No, it's a receipt. Really?
Yeah.
Damn, what a
Damn.
blow for that team.
It's the most curable form of it, but yeah, that just came out like a couple hours ago.
That's sad as shit, dude.
Yeah, that is sad. Oh, also, I guess we'll just keep the sad train rolling. Dwight Smith
Oh yeah.
passed away. Sad.
Sad.
58?
Former
Six?
Cubby.
Yeah.
Yep. 58. I saw something like that. That's too young.
I agree. All
That's
right. Do we have a Mount Rushmore before we get out of here, Nick?
Yeah, we had the Lakers one, and I feel like everybody, we're not going to give our answers because we'll let them give them. Because
Well,
there's
so
only
what
many
we should
options.
do for the podcast is make it like a draft. So like our Mount Rushmore.
Okay, then we'll do that.
we can't take the same ones.
All right, so then let's start it off. We'll do a Mount Rushmore of, since we were on the topic, the Green Bay Packers.
Ooh,
And
okay.
we'll let Morgan go first.
First, I don't want to go first.
You have to go first.
You have to. That's it.
I'll take Vince Lombardi.
Solid pick. You go ahead, Nick. I'll go last.
I'll take Brett Favre.
I got two.
Yep.
I will take Bart Starr. And let's roll it around and take that scummy fuck, Aaron Rodgers.
The Crystal Girl himself, Aaron Rodgers. All right, there you have it. Give us your
Back to you,
Mount
Nick.
Rushmore.
We're doing 4.
That was 4.
Not what I meant, but
No, it's a draft. So now you pick one. It's like a draft.
we're still all gonna have our 4.
We're all gonna have
Oh,
separate
I thought we were
4.
just gonna pick 4 for
No.
us 4.
Now you
First
got
3.
it. Yeah. No.
All right.
Nick goes, I don't know that many. Packers.
Yeah, I'll go Clay Matthews.
Love it. Love it.
Oh shit.
Nick, get the Google machine up. Greatest Packers players of all time.
I mean, I gotta go with Curly Lambeau because the fucking field's named after him. So,
Yeah.
Do you?
and then I'll take Paul Horning.
Okay, Paul Horning. Nick's hitting the old Google machine right now.
Now I do have to because
I
I
don't
thought we were
even-
only doing 4 as a Mount Rushmore.
I don't even know these 4.
Here we go. Reggie White.
There you go.
Oh, okay. All right, I got two. I'm gonna take Don Hudson. And I'm gonna take, you know what, Morgan? I gotta go old school here. I'm taking Leroy Butler. Get a little defense on my Mount Rushmore.
So you didn't want to go Daryl Strawberry?
He date rapes people, okay? Your companion is a very lovely young woman. Hope you enjoy being date raped, man.
All right. And what is my last one here?
He killed my wife.
Is it my last one?
It is, yeah.
All right. Sterling Sharp.
A great pick. That's your best pick.
That probably is one of your best picks.
Not Brett Favre.
Fuck that guy. That dude sends flaccid dick pics.
Yeah. It's the confidence for me.
Again, folks, we do this shit for free. Make sure you guys are like and subscribe to the channel.
Morgan with the last one.
I should cut that up and make that a YouTube short. That's funny.
I'll go Charles Woodson.
Okay. All right. Well, there you guys have it. Make sure in the comments when Nick does the post, you comment your Green Bay Packers Mount Rushmore. Thank you guys so much for checking out the State of Sports podcast. You guys have anything else before I let everybody go?
Nope. Let Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame.
That's it. Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame. Bye. Fuck out of here, Morgan. Nobody likes the Warriors.